Hi, I'm Eve Simone, and today I wanted to share my thoughts with you about the 7 bowing variables. If you're enjoying my channel, even slightly, please subscribe, like my videos and shorts, comment. Let's build a community. Let me know, where you're from, if you play the double bass, what you think about this topic, etc. So anyway, there are at least 7 bowing variables. And why do I say variables? I think of your sound as kind of like an equation. And you can adjust these different variables to come up with a different sound depending on what you want to do. I identified 7 variables. There are actually probably at least 10. I'll get to that at the end. I may explore those topics further in the future. So what are the 7 variables? Speed, weight, angle, part of the bow, where you're playing, whether it's near the bridge or the fingerboard, the direction of the bow, down bow, up bow, and the amount of hair. I'll call that tilt, this way. The other variables I'm not covering today are things like rosin, type of horsehair, and the bow itself. So speed, number 1. And I'm going to be demoing these concepts with excerpts from Bottesini's Elegy. Speed makes a difference. And when I say speed, I mean the speed of your bowing. So here we go. So that's a moderate speed. What if I go? Do you hear how that changes it? To me, I'm not digging in as much, which leads to the next concept, weight. The weight of your arm and hand and how much you're just letting yourself lean into it. Here, I'm taking a light approach. But what if I want to really just allow the weight from my arm and shoulder and back to dig in? So that changes the sound. Then the angle of the bow. In general, it's good to have an angle like this. Not like this or like this, So you're looking to be kind of parallel there, okay? That's why I still practice in front of a mirror. And you can hear the difference though. Let's hear the difference. See my bowing's not straight or parallel. It's not so good. Now, that's kind of like a general thought, and there's times when you can use an angle that's not parallel or straight, and it's still going to sound good, but we'll cover that another day. Then, you got to think about number 4, the part of your bow. Do you want to do... So you see how I was only using this half of the bow from the middle to the frog? But let's try the other way. Let's use the other half of the bow. Or let's use the whole bow. So all those decisions are variables that are going to affect your sound. Number 5, where do you actually play? Do you want to play in the middle? Do you want to play, the middle is over here, sorry. Near the fingerboard, near the bridge. I tend to like to dig in and play near the bridge, But then for a piece like Elegy, it's pretty quiet, so it's nice to have a variety, right? So starting out over here. So as I get louder, closer to the bridge, If I want to play quieter, closer to the fingerboard, that's a generalization, but usually true. Then the direction of the bowing. You know, this is your down bow, this is your up bow. So what difference does that make? Makes a lot of difference, obviously. So, you know, you start the piece with an up bow. Or do you start it with a down bow? Sometimes, you know, it's easier to put the down bow where you want to point of emphasis, right? Like. But these are all things you have to think about. Down bow, up bow. Number 7 is interesting. I like to call this tilt. So this is how much hair from the bow you're actually applying to the string. So let's look at this. Here, I would say I'm and you adjust this with your hand, right? So this is all the hair. This is less hair. So here we go. So that's a lot less hair because I'm tilting here. But what if I want more hair? What if I want all the hair? Let's try that. Totally different sound, right? So again, you have speed, weight, angle, part of the bow, where you're playing, whether it's near the bridge or the fingerboard, the direction of your bowing, the amount of hair or the tilt. And all of these choices work together to create the sound that you're making. And it allows you to make music, you know, so it's not just the same scrubbing away all the time. Yeah, leave me your thoughts. What do you think about all this? What do you focus on when you're practicing? Have I forgotten anything? Is there another bowing variable out there that I missed? It's very possible. You know, I came up with this list today on a Post-it note, you know. So I could have missed something. So let me know. Leave me a comment. Bye now.